talk fast.
All I do is talk.
Just be on the nigga.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we are live. MoneyPot Podcast, episode 8. Starting to get healthy. Season 4. Of course, it's the homie, Moss Money, your host. And I got my two guys with me, B.Diddy, S.Dot. What's up, boys?
What up?
What's good with you, bro?
You know, trying to stay warm. It's getting cold out here, man.
Trying to stay cool.
I was about to, right? Yeah.
Did get a little.
Yeah.
But it was yesterday. It was warm.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was very warm.
It was real warm out there. Y'all went out with the... You don't got no kids, right? No, sir.
No trick or treating, man. We just went to go get something to eat. We went out to eat.
Nah, no trick-or-treating?
Nah.
Nah, we was out there. There was a lot of people out there. A lot of old heads out there, too. It was weird. You know what I mean?
All dressed up.
Some of them just had book bags and just looking for candy. Word.
What's up with these dudes? This is no mind.
Yeah.
Bring your junk, go to Walgreens, get a bag of candy.
Nah, and some of them had like just a mask on, but
Right.
there was just a lot of kids out, just like they got off the school bus with their bags open, just
Yeah.
bunting in front of little kids getting candy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But that's what it is.
November's here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 more months.
Hey, man. Midway through the season, though. We good.
Yeah, we good, man.
We in like week 10 in college, though.
Starting to get healthy, man. And we gonna get to college. We gonna get to college. It's starting to get healthy. But I want to make sure everybody who's joined us, thank you for joining me on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Gotta find something with IG. We gotta get on IG somehow. Maybe hit them vlogs on Sunday. But follow, subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate all the support that you give us. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, the MoneyPot Podcast page, on Twitter, MoneyPot Podcast, on IG, MoneyPot Podcast, and YouTube all day, MoneyPot Podcast. Let's do a quick recap of the bets that we had. I came out firing. I said a big 2-team teaser. I said 2.5 units, I believe, and I definitely went with it. Pats and Rams cashed.
Hey, these are 2.5 or 3.
I might have said 3. I said 3 live, but when I went and looked at the wallet and said, okay, let's do 2.5, we went 2.5.
It's a good win, though.
Yes, sir. And then, Steve-O, you had the Colts. They barely won.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Brent, you had We Are with the win, -6 against Michigan State.
We are. Let's go.
And then I came back with Carolina, and DJ followed suit with Carolina. And then Brent said, going against Nate is the way to go. And what happened? They got bamboozled. They got smoked. 50 to something. That's all I know. 50 burger.
What I tell you?
And then,
No dice.
and then Steve-O
Nice.
with the head-to-head. Yeah, we're going to stop spreading that rumor because going against head-to-head me ain't a good win. I'll tell you that right now. That ain't easy.
Looking 100% right now. Looking like money.
Look.
Looking like money.
Okay.
Anytime we go.
All right.
That
So,
shit looking like an easy one.
Steve-O with San Fran going head-to-head. Then B.Diddy, you had Ohio State with the over that just pushed at 45. Then I came back with Chicago. That took an L. Steve-O, you had the Rams at 7. That was a win.
Yeah.
And then, Brent, you had the money line on Carolina, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That took an L. And then I had a 2-team money line, parlay with the Eagles, who cashed, but then the Jets killed me. And then, Steve-O, you had Seattle, who just pushed. And then, bang, bang of the day that we didn't even say shit about. And that's on me. The homie B.Diddy's been hitting these parlay kid. We're about to call you the parlay kid. Because I think this is the fifth. No, not that many. It's had to be 3 or 4. I think this might be the.
Game away.
Yeah, this is like the 4th parlay that you've done. It's been 1 game away. And guess what, y'all? That motherfucker cashed.
Ching.
Detroit money line, Seattle money line, New Orleans money line, Colts money line, Pats money line, and an easy 49ers money line. All cash. I don't know what the odds were on that.
4-1.
Was it 4-1?
399.
399. So that was a plus 399. So if you listen, and I say it all the time, it pays to listen.
For all them poppy stores.
Right, them poppy store bets. If you listen to us, over time, we continue to win and push up our averages over time. But every once in a while, we'll sneak in a little bet here. Shout out to you again. Hold up. Didn't the Nats win?
Yes, sir. Future bet.
Future bet.
Ching again. Yes,
plus
sir.
1,600.
Bang, bang.
We getting money. We just want to help everybody who does bet. You're just learning to bet, just getting into bet and want to get more into it. This is what we're doing. Making bets, getting wins. Let's go. DJ, first quarter, lock of the week. Let's go.
Lock it in.
So here we go. Hold on. I almost forgot. From our good friends at, what's that?
Dance studio?
No, not the dance studio with the Henny butter, bro. With the mortgage company. What's the name of the mortgage company?
Yeah, the dance studio did this.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we
dance
go. Yeah. Donation from them.
Overbrook Realty Group?
Yeah, Overbrook. Another shout out to Overbrook. Sent us another bottle. Sponsored. Fuck with it. Appreciate you boys out there. Thank you. First quarter best bet. We're going back to We're going back to where we started last week. We want to follow back up. We got a 2-team teaser here. I'm going first, Buffalo. Dwayne Haskins. Is it Hoskins or Haskins? Hoskins, I believe.
Starting, yep.
Got the start. And unfortunately, at this point, he is fucking trash.
He's not it, bro.
I'm rooting for the guy, but he is trash at this point.
Is it he or is it the organization?
It's a little both. A little bit of
we got
both.
the left tackle back.
He ain't
He's not
playing.
playing.
Oh, we not playing?
No, you ain't heard that
He
story?
got a 2-week exemption because he didn't want to play with the helmet.
Well, did you hear what happened?
Well, he had like
canceled
brain,
that, right?
Yeah, and they missed it. They like, y'all, nah, you good. Like they told this boy he could play.
2 weeks to find a helmet, kind of like AB did. So he got to find.
Man, that shit ain't like AB. That motherfucker
No, I'm
had
just talking
cancer.
about with the helmet.
And they like, nah, you good, yo. Go play. Go
Yeah,
play. Like, get
yeah,
the fuck
that's
out of
how
here.
it is.
Yeah.
Good thing you got a second opinion.
Right. So, it's a huge downgrade to this offense. Going to Buffalo, we know is not an easy play. So,
We're coming off a loss too at home.
right, exactly. Right, it's a good spot for Buffalo. It was an embarrassing loss, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just a loss to the Birds. So I think Buffalo actually whipped their ass. I actually like Buffalo straight.
Yeah, me too.
To be honest with you.
Okay. So you got the teaser Buffalo.
I got the teaser Buffalo on the other side of that leg. It's something I typically don't want to do, but we're going to go over to the pond. We're going to go over to London. I'm going with the Jags here. I think I like the Jags plus the 8.5. They're at 1.5 right now.
Okay.
I think J.J. Watt is a bigger blow than what people think. I think that defense is not that good at this moment, especially without a J.J. Watt. I think the Jags can go in there and score. The Jags actually, and this is one thing I do too with these London games is I fade the team that's doing it for the first time. I always have.
Okay.
This is Houston's first time going over there.
Smart.
Since 2013, the Jags have gone on every year. They know this trip. They know how to do this. I like the Jags on this side. I like them getting over that key number of 7. And I think there's something a little bit more to that eye with Watson. I think he's going to be okay, but the fact that it's still swollen a little bit, I think that's worrisome. So give me the Jags plus 8.5.
My first one of the week is.
Let's see what you got there, buddy.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kick the shit out of the Bears. Like it might be like last week almost. They don't have anything on offense for us. I mean, I know our secondary isn't the best, but they're healthy. They're getting healthy. I like the Eagles minus 4.5 at home. We've been away 3 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back home, established a running game, contain Khalil Mack as much as possible. I mean, I don't think we're going to stop him, but it's got to be a lot of either quick passes, misdirection, something. But you got to get a body on him at all times.
Right.
But yeah, give me the Birds, man. Minus 4.5.
Bird game. What you got for me, B.Diddy?
All right, here we go. I think
We're going to college?
we're going to go to college.
We're going to college.
College, it's not a lot going on in college this week. I mean, it's some big games,
Yeah.
but they're going to be to the wire, I think. You know,
Okay.
Next week is a really big week in football. But this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to tease Pitt to minus 0.5 and Kansas State to +1. So pretty much for those two teams to win on a teaser. I like that game. I like both those games. Kansas State coming off a big win against Oklahoma last week. Really showed out. They are on the road tomorrow.
You don't think that's a letdown spot coming off that big win?
I don't, because if they play their regular football, they should be okay. There's not a up or down. Like, I know they came up for Oklahoma, but if they just play regular,
Yeah.
I think they're okay when they go up to Kansas. So I know Kansas.
Okay.
Mac Brown has been having them play pretty tough, but I like Kansas State here at a win, and I also really like Pitt. I like a good bounce back from Pitt here, playing Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech is still trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
So 2 teams to win. This should be a lock for sure. Lock it in. Definitely get a unit on there, if not 2.
Solid. So let's go back real quick. I have a 2-team teaser with Buffalo minus 3, the Jags plus 8.5, and then Steve-O has the Birds minus 4, I believe they are, and you have pretty much at a pick a 2-team teaser, Pittsburgh and Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
So I thought about the next little thing about how we're going to talk about. This goes for our first-time listeners, our rec bettors, our bettors who are just trying to learn more about the lingo, what parlay, what reverse action is, what teasers, et cetera, et cetera. But there was an interesting thing, and I sent it to you, B.Diddy, because I know you play poker. Poker Stars next week.
It's crazy. It's probably out of nowhere.
Well, it was supposed to happen in like the summer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The announcement is like, oh, it'll be here next week.
It'll be here next week. So this is for all the people who gamble. But the question is, and what I wanted to formulate, and this can be more of a discussion. I mean, even you, Steve-O, you can jump into as well. From a Brent management role, how do you guys handle betting multiple things? Like NBA just started, right? So you have your bankroll management, but then you have multiple things. College basketball about to start, so that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hold on, no. When does college basketball start?
It's about to start.
Yeah, it's about to start, right?
November, December. We'll start getting them in.
I think it was a game tonight.
No.
No game?
Yeah.
Next week? Okay.
I'm thinking of UConn football. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, UConn.
So you got NBA, you got college, poker now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Still got your football. Baseball just ended. Hockey. Don't forget about motherfucking soccer.
You know how I do about soccer.
Don't forget about them soccer plays.
Yeah, you play soccer? Yes.
Yes. Does it
Yes, I
win?
do. Yes. They win.
Right. So the question to you boys is, how do you guys manage all that? And when you think about it, formulate as if you were somebody was like, yo, I want to bet this, and that. From a bankroll management, how do you guys go about that?
You want to go first?
Me personally, I just go with what I'm most comfortable with, where I feel as though you get the more value for what you're betting on.
Right, right.
So, I mean, me personally, I don't know much about hockey, so I'll probably
I'll be doing art in hockey.
go
I'm
more into basketball or football opposed to hockey.
Mm-hmm.
If it's hockey, I mean, look into it or ask one of you guys
Or
or
ask
reach
out.
out.
Right.
But I'm not totally comfortable with hockey because if you ask me what offsides is or anything, I'll be like, I don't fucking know.
Right. I know what offsides. That's about it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that a good team. I'm sure Pittsburgh is still a good team, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like I know a couple good teams, but other than that, no. But my advice would be to, bet what you're more comfortable with. You may like a play here and there because, hey, I know that Pittsburgh Penguins are good. So if you see them playing a scrub team, possibly you can put it on a parlay if you want. Because you can cross bet like with different sports.
Right,
so you can do hockey. Then if you like basketball a lot, you can put a couple basketball and maybe football. So that's what I would say.
What you got for me, B.Diddy?
I think it depends on what your bankroll looks like. If you have a budgeted bankroll that you're carved out that you only want to do this per week, then that's how you manage what you want to bet on. So if it's a limited bankroll, then you bet on what you think you're best at, where you can get as much information from, and you like what Steve was saying, and is comfortable with betting. I wouldn't go too far off the rocker unless you got a crazy tip that somebody's like, yo, you got to make this play because it's just a no-brainer. This is going to win.
Right.
Then maybe you might want to go off the rocker. But if you have a tight budget or a bankroll that you're really trying to manage, stay with what you know. Stay focused on what you know. Whatever sport you feel like you're comfortable with. And now if your bankroll is a little bit more spread out, and you're in more you gamble because you like the edge, you like to just watch, or you just like to, I think I know, then fine, you're gambling, right?
Right.
So you don't really have to.
We don't like that.
Right.
We don't like that.
So whether I bet certain sports, I bet, but I'm always doing my research.
I'm about to say, you're drinking a little dark there, buddy.
That's a good drink then. I'm always doing my research on every single game that I'm betting.
Yeah.
Whether it's soccer, I'm figuring it out. Like, all right, who's playing where? What's it look like? Who's the starting nine? Like, I'm really in on what's going on. So then if I'm going to put money down on it, at least I feel like the value, like you said, Steve, is good.
Right.
Now, I'm not a master at soccer. I just feel like I have a good keen on what I like. So I just go with it.
Yeah.
Football and all other stuff like that, basketball, you kind of know that. So you know, like, all right, is it a good spot? Is it on double? Is it on a back-to-back? Is Buffalo coming off a win or a loss at home? Like, perfect example tonight, Milwaukee had to have a bounce-back game. The line was really, really short. I felt, being athletes, that Milwaukee was going to show up in Orlando and they're going to dominate, and they did dominate today. So you just kind of have to read what you're looking at as far as my tips on managing your bankroll. So
I completely agree with both of you. I think that the two biggest things that I got, especially from you, was bankroll management. Bankroll management. Once again, motherfucking bankroll management. And the thing I got from you, Steve, was know your edge. Stay in your comfort zone. And it's funny, I have that written out a little bit longer, but I just wanted to see what you guys thought as we talk about it. But it just echoes what I had already written. Bankroll. Understand your bankroll. Do not bet outside your means. You guys said every time I say this, bet responsibly. We cannot stress that enough. Because once you get into this game and then you start betting and then next thing you know you start winning, that variance is going to come. Trust, believe. You can only get so high. You might hit 4 bets in a row and be up 5 units. And you're like, all right, I'm going to press this motherfucker. Let me bet like 250. Let me bet half. Take a loss. All right. Let me come back down to what I was betting. Let me bet 100. Bang. Lost. Damn.
So just know when to walk away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you up, like if you up, say you up 1,600, and you be like, all right, I'm at least going to just take a stack and just put it away in the tub. Now the 600 you might want to play with, because you still walk away with $1,000. But don't just be like, all right, I'm gonna just bet half of this back. Now
Crazy,
you lose
just
it,
keep going.
and then and now you walking away with $100.
That drink is a lot better with more Henny in it. I'll tell you that.
You're gonna lose more when you lose a game. right? Don't forget the juice is always added in.
Right, minus
So
10,
it's going to be
minus
easier to
120.
lose more than when you're winning.
Absolutely.
So just remember that. So and it's going to look crazy on your numbers, and you bet 200 and then you lost 220, 220, 240.
Right.
It's like, damn. You know what I mean? So it's easier to lose more money and get that back to zero or to a negative than it is to get it into a positive. So just be mindful of that.
Facts. And then speaking of bankroll management, so I actually went 1-3, but I had a big bet on that teaser bet, but I still lost 50. So my roll from 1K to 4K minus right now I'm up 1.5 unit. So we're looking to come back strong on this one. And what I got to scale this again because we got 8 weeks, I think almost. 8 weeks left? Yeah.
Probably a little more because you got the playoffs. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Still going to playoffs. So we got some time. DJ, give me that second quarter bet, please. I need my theme music. Money. All right.
Focus on that game, boy.
Oh, yeah.
He focused on the Lakers, boy.
Yeah. DJ, you got money on this game? Or you left it alone?
Oh, that's right. Kuzma's back.
He's back.
How's it look?
Yeah, Dallas is scoring.
Those Europeans.
Yeah, man.
They balling.
Right. So, y'all got to help me out. So, I'm going to do something different for the second quarter bet because I wrote my handicap. I wrote it down, and then I switched it midway, and then I went back, and then I switched it. So, I'm going to just read it, right? And I'm going to let me know what y'all think and what side you would play based off some of the facts that I got down. This is the Seattle and Tampa Bay game. So, the first thing I said is I feel like I'm going with the MVP at home. I feel like we have an East Coast team coming west, which is always a negative. This is their 4th road game in the last 5. This is a second West Coast trip in the last 4. But Seattle hasn't been as dominant at home. Their biggest win at home has only been by a point.
Against the Bengals, right?
The Bengals.
It was a 1-point game.
And it was 2 other teams. They only won by a point in 3 home. They've had 3 home games. And I said to myself, I wrote it down. I said, this screams of Tampa Bay. The line is only minus 4.5. Right? And this is one of the best, if not the best, home field advantages in all of the NFL. So that means that the usual line is usually minus 3. We got to give them like minus 3.5. So that tells me you take that away on a neutral field. You tell me Seattle's only 1.5 points better. Something weird, something funny about that. Winston has 8 interceptions in the last 4 games. He's a turnover machine. Russell's only has 1. But another key spot for Seattle here, is this a look-ahead game? Because the Niners are right after this game. And then Schaub threw 460 yards on the Seattle defense. So that Seattle defense isn't what we thought it was, like we know Seattle to be. So Tampa's going to score. So the question is, what's I don't have a side.
Right. So you don't bet the game. Right? To our listeners. If you're unsure, you don't bet the game.
You pretty much just said in the last segment.
Definitely did. So if you're
bet
unsure,
what you're comfortable with. But
you don't make a play.
To me, I think I'm more comfortable with Seattle opposed to Tampa.
Right. So
because we look at it, they have and they have the
who?
They're 4-1.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine that they're 4-1 at home.
But you said they only won by 1 point in.
Yeah, they haven't dominated anybody at home. Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Dallas at home. Denver.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly take Seattle here. I mean, Tampa, they just don't do it for me.
So the reason why I read it is because the line is funky to me. I think the line should be more. Like I don't think it should be 4.5.
So you trusting your money with Tampa Bay? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's.
But so to answer your question, if I was betting the game, I would bet Tampa.
But these are locks. This is number 2 lock.
I feel like Tampa's a lock.
Okay, there we go. Put it down.
I'm not.
Line open at 6.
But I'm I'm not going to bet it.
What do you mean? We're talking locks. What are you talking about?
Right.
So no. I just wanted you to hear what I wrote down because obviously I was conflicting what I was writing. So I crossed off the bet on the thing, but I just wanted to show. I know it was a good decision. That's why I did it.
I think Seattle wins by more than the 4.
But I'm just
because Jameis is.
I don't care who wins this game.
Yeah, like it's a turnover machine. So you can't. Yeah, you can't. Get
so, but why are you off it though?
Because, like you said, I think Seattle is vulnerable to lose games like this. Yeah, 2 close games. I watched them play Cincinnati.
Right.
I think their defense is leaky.
And they just got Josh Gordon, which is kind of great.
Is that's where you went to Seattle?
Yeah, he went to Seattle.
Damn, off the waivers.
I don't care. I didn't want him here.
No, Seattle was 28th.
Yeah, so all of
so we passed.
Everybody passed
it was
on
like
him.
15.
Yeah,
everybody
So we
passed.
passed on
Yeah,
him.
everybody
I would've
passed on him.
too.
Really?
Yeah, I would have passed on him too.
Yeah, it's not really much to take a shot.
But see, my thing is when I thought about was he's in Seattle, so now recreational. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's not a good.
that's not a good look for him.
Yeah.
It's not a,
nothing to do out there in Seattle.
yeah, it's not a good look for him to be in
Food
Seattle.
has been good.
Yeah, he can go right to the store.
Right,
Literally right to the store.
Right.
On
Let me
every
get
corner.
some wedding cake.
No problem.
And
Wedding
I
cake.
take a side of Blue Dream. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
That's how you gonna be.
Unfortunately, but yeah. So I wouldn't touch it.
Right.
But I mean, Tampa Bay, you can't trust Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
He is just.
So what's your second bet?
Yeah. So what is the lock?
It's off. I
So
took
you
it
don't
off.
have
So
one
you don't have
for
no
two.
two.
Because I was writing it, and then when I went back and read it,
Gotcha.
I'm like, yo, I'm saying Seattle, but when I'm writing, it's saying
That's
Tampa.
looking out for our listeners, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I wanted to read it and let y'all kind of hear it, and then see how I go about my handicap, and then just like, yo, you know what, scratch it. Just like you said before.
So I was hoping that you picked Tampa.
So
then we could have went head to head with Seattle.
Oh, so you got Seattle?
Seattle's your lock?
You Seattle's your lock?
No, I'm just saying it would have been my lock.
Oh, damn. Damn, you just would have went right at me, huh, bro?
Yeah, because I feel like Seattle going to beat them by at least a touchdown.
Ooh.
But my second lock is the Cowboys over the Giants, -7.
Oof.
Coming off the bye, I like that.
Coming off the
But it's a
bye.
rivalry game. So
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Yeah.
I do because now they got Michael Bennett who can rush the passer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones has been throwing interceptions a lot. Like Jameis Winston, he's been turning the rock over.
No, last game he
Yeah.
balled out, right? He had 4 touchdowns.
He still turns the rock over a lot.
Okay.
Now, against a good team, and Dallas is a pretty good team.
They
I'll give
are.
them that. You can't give them that many opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So if they capitalize off of it, they did pick up Williams to help with the run, so that'll be all right. But Zeke is Zeke, man. They're gonna wear them down, and it's an easy touchdown game to me. I'll say at least 7 or 10 points they win by.
I'm staying away from that one.
Mm-mm.
The rivalry games are tough.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
Giants is shit.
I think they think they can win that game. To be real with you.
I think they always go in thinking they can win a game.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Washington don't think they can win in Buffalo. Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
it just made them a little better with Bennett.
I mean,
yeah.
Shepard coming back is big, right, for them. Shepard coming back is big, and Barkley is due. Barkley is so due to explode. He hasn't exploded at all in one game. So that off.
Him on fantasy, he has had a game.
Yeah, but not like I'm talking about like.
But he's not going to explode against Dallas.
You're crazy.
You gotta remember, he's still coming off that ankle injury.
He is. But I'm just saying, like there's a good game, and then him exploding for like 100-something yards, a touchdown. I'm not saying it is.
Not Cowboys coming off a bye.
No, I'm not saying it is. But what I'm saying is he's he's just due.
Yeah.
He's just due for
Now, he
a
can have
Barkley as
a good game, and
Yeah.
he's still. Now I hope so. I hope he has a huge game because I got him
On
on fantasy.
fantasy.
So I hope it's like a because I got Dallas defense as well.
Just enough. Just do enough.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get that win.
Right.
So-
That's in our league.
Nah.
We all tied. We all tied
It's
in
a
our
tight-
league.
it's tight. You
It's
know,
a tight
I'm in
race
3
in
different
there.
fantasy leagues, and every
Me too.
league is tight.
Yeah.
Every league is like 4-3, 4-4, whatever, 3 and
Right.
whatever. They're all like.
Did you
tight.
get in Ron's, John? Steve, this year?
No.
No. Yeah, I'm killing in that one.
Shout out to Ron.
That's because I'm not here in there.
Fuck outta here. What you got for me,
We'll go
B.Diddy?
back to NCAA. Before I even get to that pick, let's just give a shout out to NCAA actually starting to maneuver into thinking about letting players benefit off of their likeness. I think that's a good idea. We are a long way away from that.
Mm-hmm.
As a previous college athlete, I would have loved that to have been my scenario. I think there's a lot of levels of processes that need to be made prior to that, because you don't want the game to get too crazy like the Wild Wild West where coaches and teams are just paying players and all players just want to you want to kind of keep it an even playing field. I think there's a way to do that, but I like the way that they're having the conversation, they're moving forward. So sticking with college, this one I've been going back and forth to, and it kind of goes back to what you were saying too, Steve, about value, right? Where's the value in the game? I'm looking at Georgia traveling to Jacksonville to play Florida in a big game. I think it's a ranked 8 and ranked 6 teams here. I
like bets on big games.
I like Florida here.
Ooh.
I know.
In the swamp.
They're not in the swamp. They're playing in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
But it's still Florida. Still in Florida. It's still gonna be a heavy Florida
Right.
See, you think about it, they're in the middle, so both of their crowds is right there.
Right there.
Why?
Because they're playing at Jacksonville Jaguarsville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's their rivalry.
Yeah. So they usually
They play a neutral. Same amount of distances.
Okay.
Like here in Jacksonville.
Okay.
So what I like about this, I like that they're getting 6.5 points. I think that line will probably drop a little bit by the time the kickoff. But I like Florida here with the points, but I actually think that the money line might be good value too.
What's the money line?
So money line at minus, I can look at it right now.
Is it +2 something?
It may not be plus. I don't want to look at it because I got some on my phone there, but it'd be probably 180-ish, maybe closer to 2. It should be. It's going to be a good value.
I'll get you the number. Go ahead.
But I like that there. I think defensively, Florida should be able to hold Georgia to their run game. Georgia's not who we think they are right now. I feel like they play small ball. Game should be close. I want to say like a 24-21. The total line is only 44. I'm looking at a 24-21 win. I think Florida can squeeze this out.
44? And you don't like the over there?
44 is the total. No, I don't. I don't at all. Oh, Jesus. Damn it, TJ.
I see 45 and a half. I would love the over.
I'm not touching it. But, I mean, take what you want. It could be. I see a 24-21. I think it can go either way, but I think the value will be right on Florida. I think Florida can pull this out. So I'm going to put Florida down. Either way you want to go, take the +6 to be safe, 6.5, or take the money line for the value that will be there. But I like Florida in this game.
So when I look at the money line, I always go to Westgate. So right now, Florida is +190.
That's huge value.
I see the same thing. I see 195.
Right? Can anybody here see Florida winning this game?
I see +200.
No? You don't see Florida winning? Okay. Well, why? DJ, come in here. Why don't you think they come in? And Florida can't stop the run? Was the run a problem in LSU? Was it Georgia's not LSU. Was LSU's run game was LSU run game the problem of Florida? Was it Barrows that was the problem? Okay. So there we go.
Cool.
But I would go with the value because the value is good. It's screaming at me at 190. The line, I think it's gonna be a close game, 3-point game, either way.
No, we'll take it. I like that. Florida +6.5.
It's a statement game for both teams. Statement game for both teams.
Anybody undefeated?
No.
Big implications on the playoff winner.
It could be, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Georgia loses. Florida lost to LSU, but I think it's right there. I think Florida's going to be ready for this game.
Right.
They lost to LSU. LSU's a playoff team.
Was that the game last week? Did they
That
play?
was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And then who they played?
I got to look at their schedule.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
But I just feel like this is going to be a statement game for Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Driscoll's going to go out there and do what he got to do.
South Carolina.
Right.
Wow, they beat Auburn, and then LSU they lost.
Yeah.
Right. And then they beat South Carolina, and now, like you said, Georgia.
Right, and that one loss to LSU that they were in all into halftime is huge.
So Georgia, and then they got Vanderbilt, Missouri, and then Florida State at the end. This is a huge game for them.
It's a huge game for Florida.
Yeah, they need to win out.
Georgia is.
Georgia?
I'm telling you, man, Georgia ain't really been impressive.
Georgia.
Lost to South Carolina, who got mopped by Tennessee.
Right.
And Notre Dame took them to the wire, 23-17. And y'all want to go over the 45?
Yeah, I think the over there.
What? Look at these games. Notre Dame versus Georgia, 23-17. South Carolina, 20-17. Vandy, 30-6. But I mean, I'm just giving you the SEC game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Florida's going to be here to play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. I see it. The line being right where it probably should be. It should be a tough game. I don't know what the weather would be like. That'll be interesting tomorrow, as long as it's not raining. Florida against Auburn, 24-13. Tennessee, 34-3. They don't play big. I mean, LSU's different. LSU can really spread the ball out and pass the ball.
Right.
Jake Fromm's not doing that.
All right, I'll take it. So let's go back. Moss Money, second quarter bet, scratch. Steve-O, the boys, -7, and Brent. You can either take the points or the money line. Florida. DJ don't like it, though. DJ don't like it.
That's good, though. Because when DJ liked my UCF bet, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah.
In the moment.
Right,
in the
so
moment.
We're figure this out right now.
Yeah, Saturday was terrible. Oh, my God.
Killed me.
Halftime, DJ, if you could spin those commercials.
Oh, remix.
Mm-hmm. No, DJ. Halftime. Commercials. DJ, you been drinking? There we go.
Warm here.
Yeah, I just about to say that. It's hot in here.
Excellent.
Steph Curry broke his hand.
Yeah, I put some money on.
I already took the under on Golden State Warriors.
I put some money on the
Preseason.
Spurs. Oh, we talked about that. Didn't I say something? What's the bet on them not making the playoffs?
I didn't get the playoff. I got that wins, total wins.
Where were they at?
It was like 40 something, 48.
Oh, really? It was that low?
I forgot Derrick Rose played for Detroit.
Yeah.
He's playing well too.
Yeah, he is. Finally healthy.
Future best. That's what I got. I got future
motherfucker
best.
never
I
healthy,
can't believe I got this parlay.
You up so far this week?
Of course. You just seen that Washington? What you mean? That Washington won. Nationals.
What was that? 4?
That was 4. I'm up. I'm like 5.5 now. Mm-hmm. Free money going into this week. I got a little car payment, so I'm gonna probably take it easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it easy. Take those wins.
Yeah.
Plus, I won last week. I was up like almost 8.
Yeah, everybody saying that. Needed that.
So you bet through, Steve?
Sugar House or what's this? The Fox Bet joint.
Third quarter bet. DJ, spin that track.
Here we go.
Money. I do have a third quarter bet, though. I'm going to the Jets. Jets.
This dude
Jets.
just love the Jets, boy.
I like them. I like their schedule though.
Yeah, I like their second half schedule.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of money for whatever reason going on the Dolphins, and I just can't get behind it. I'm going against the public. Fitzmagic has done some okay stuff, but they still lose by double digits at the end of the game. And I just think the Jets have better offensive skilled positions and players for this to be a Jets game. Now, Sam Donald has looked like trash. Obviously, the man said he's seen ghosts out there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
He's kind of weird, but he said he's seen ghosts. I don't think that's going to happen with the Dolphins. I think he's going to see nothing but green and pylon and touchdowns because they can't cover a goddamn cold. Give me Sam. Give me Le'Veon. Give me Robbie Anderson. I think it's a great spot for the Jets. Miami just lost pretty much 27-0 in the second half of that Pittsburgh game. I like the Jets here, -3. If you look at the Jets' schedule, they lost to the Eagles. They lost to New England twice. They had the Jazz, which is an okay team. I think there's more value on the Jets than what people are giving. Give me the Jets, -3. Lock it
They
in.
got a lot of turmoil there, with Josh Adams.
Well, he's at peace. They said
Yeah, he's cool.
He met with the chairman and
I
everything.
thought that was a little too much too. Like, why, bruh?
Why was he so upset?
Why are you
Like,
so upset?
if people calling for you, of course they're gonna listen.
Exactly.
But if they're saying no, they didn't trade you. So if they're
Right.
saying
But
no
time-
to
but
them,
time out. His
I mean, it's
comments
their
was a little
business.
crazy too. They're like, oh well, they're not Aaron Donald. They're not looking to trade Aaron Donald. They're not looking to trade Tom Brady. I said, man, listen. You talking about one? You talking about two of the best in the game?
Yeah.
You're a great player. You're not the best in the game.
Yeah.
Second, you're talking about playoff contending teams, Super Bowl contending teams. You're talking about two teams that was in the Super Bowl last year.
Right.
You're the New York
But
Jets
here's the
that
thing,
don't got
though.
that
Here's
got
the
one
thing.
win. You are valuable. If I can do anything
If I
to
can
make my
flip
team,
picks,
you're the piece.
exactly. But
Think
here's
about
the
fantasy.
thing,
I can't
as
trade nothing
well.
if I got no pieces.
If there's reports out there by people that's saying that you want to go to
Cowboys,
Dallas,
right?
how can I feel confident in myself that I can keep you around? So if I am going to listen to an offer and I hear a good offer, then
Right.
I might make it because
There are always comments out there, man. There's
Yeah.
so much fucking
But I'm
smoke
gonna make
screen.
it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more for you than anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like,
I mean, it's a business.
That's why.
But
it's
Donald,
a credit to you.
Donald was out what 3-4. I mean, I don't think they probably would have won any of those games. They might have won one, but he was out for 3-4 weeks. Donald.
Donald,
Sam
like
Darnold?
3 weeks, 3
Yeah,
4
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, he was like 3 or 4 weeks. So I mean, their season was almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
But this second half of it, like we talked about, they have
That's
a
good.
soft schedule
Yeah, they do.
coming up. So
All right.
give me the Jets.
Yeah.
-3.
I'm going to piggyback off you. Your first pick with Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I had them down. So I just don't see Washington doing nothing with Buffalo. Their defense is still good. I mean, they got Darius Geis back.
I don't think he's playing this week.
That's about it. I mean, their offense is just non-existent. So I don't see them keeping up with Buffalo. Give me Buffalo.
So I'm in a rock between the hard places. There's two teams I want to play. I was just throw it out there. I was gonna go back to the well with the Colts. So I really like the Colts this week.
I
No.
like the Colts this
Okay.
week.
Leave it alone.
And the second
T.Y.
one
Hilton not playing either.
No.
is the Browns.
I like the Browns.
And I like the Browns.
I like the
And
Browns.
that was where I want to go with my third pick.
I think
What was
that's
that?
where you should go.
Denver?
Yes. -3.5. Cleveland Browns. Got to win this game.
Yeah.
Have to. This is a must win for Cleveland. Or they might as well just go ahead and blow that shit up.
That's a fact.
And start from
That's
the
a
top.
fact. That's a fact.
So
Who goes first if they blow it up?
the coach.
What's
coach.
this, his first
Well,
year?
we know the coach is going. I think
What's this, the coach first or second year?
his
First
first
year.
year as a head coach.
First
Yeah, he's not going.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's going. He's definitely going.
Yeah, he's trash.
He's definitely going.
I don't know, man.
He's definitely going.
He's got too much talent for them to be losing like
Right.
that.
It's got to start. I mean, with that talent, it has to start
No,
at the top.
you're right. You're right.
It's just
If
way
you
too
got
much
rid of my
talent.
man from Denver last year on 1 year,
Yeah.
Oh,
And y'all
Vic?
come-
And Arizona.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And,
And Arizona. Like, they got rid of their coach. And
Right.
the guys love them
So,
there.
but anyway, listen. Let's go with Cleveland minus 3.5. Hopefully that line maybe go down to 3. We'd be good.
Yeah, I
Or
like
buy a
that
point.
one.
Always, to my listeners, buy a point. Why not?
Right.
Especially with
Buy a
hook
point.
on it.
Get that edge.
Because sometimes that Vegas be right on line.
Yeah.
And that hook will get your ass. Let me know. We all got bit by the hook.
Yes, sir.
So, Cleveland.
Cleveland. Lock it in. So let's recap. I got the Jets. Steve-O got Buffalo. B.Diddy, Cleveland.
Buy a point.
Must win. Buy a point. Oh, yeah, let me put that in there. Buy a point for that 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Get under that magic number at 3. I like it. Yeah, I don't like the Colts, though.
No?
Yeah, that line is funky. It's only 1.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen some places with a pick. I honestly think the Steelers is a side there. I do.
Okay.
I mean, I would leave that alone.
Who's running the ball for Steelers?
Samuels.
Is he healthy?
Yeah.
I don't think he's healthy.
Samuels? You don't think he's healthy?
No, he's an ankle injury.
Fair enough. So let's talk about these birds, man. So we're 4-4 right now. I put on the notes here, looking at the schedule. I just want you to, and I wrote down what I got. Steve, I know you don't like fucking with this, but just play it with me. Pause right now. We're going to go through the schedule. I just want win or loss. That's it. Don't talk to me about it. Just give me win or loss. Bears.
Who we talking about? Steve? Win.
Bears.
Win. Win.
Okay. I was about hold up.
I thought you said-
Hold
you
up.
said-
Let's
this
time
week, so
time
let's
out.
win.
Time out.
So-
Let's start over
Sure.
again. Let's start over again.
I'm-
We're doing the Eagles talk section. Okay. They're 4-4. We're going to go through each game, and I just need you to
Gotcha.
tell me
Gotcha.
win or loss.
Gotcha.
Okay? Don't matter.
Bears is
Just
a
say
win.
it.
Bears is a-
Bears.
Win.
Patriots.
Loss.
I don't go past this week, so I'm just.
This
I'm gonna
dickhead,
I'm
man.
gonna
Is it week to week? Is it week to week?
man.
league?
Yeah, he's a
Listen.
week.
That's me, man. You already know I don't like the jinx, my guy. So this week we got the Bears, so we're gonna win.
All right. Pats.
Loss.
There we go. There we go.
No, we're gonna beat the Patriots. We
This is
always
head.
beat the
This
Patriots.
is head to head. I got win against the Pats.
Yeah, we always.
I got the
Patriots.
win. I got to win. If the Patriots come in at Philly undefeated,
I agree with you.
I like the Birds to win. Real shit.
Y'all made me like check my fandom, but I just like to be around.
No, I'm being real.
Okay.
If the Patriots win and come into Philly undefeated, I like the Eagles in that
If
game.
Patriots going to lose, they're losing this week. If they're going to lose any week, they're losing.
They're
this
not losing to
week. They're
fucking
not
Baltimore.
losing to the Eagles.
They're not losing to Baltimore.
This will be the week that they will lose.
All right, next game, Seattle.
Win. Seattle comes here.
Yep.
Man, listen. We always have trouble with Russell Wilson.
We do.
Win or loss.
Home game.
Dog, you taking too fucking
Yeah.
I think
long.
this is a toss-up. I think the line might be like a short ass line.
So-
I have loss.
I hope we gather. All right,
DJ.
I'm gonna go win. I'm gonna go win.
Thank you. Miami.
What?
Next.
Giants.
Win.
Win.
I have a loss.
No,
Why?
there's no. If we lose, we're done.
I have a loss against the G-Men.
Then we
I
might-
think we
might
usually
not go
typically
further.
split.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop playing.
Yeah.
This game.
Then we might as well just, if you got to lose to the Giants, you might as
Yeah,
well
we
just
might as well just
end the
stop.
game. You can't lose. You can't lose a conference game. We can't lose a conference game.
So hold on. Oh, let me finish and
Yeah,
I'll tell you why.
can't lose to the fucking Giants.
That too.
Redskins
It's a win.
win. Dallas.
Gotta be a win.
And then Giants again.
Gotta be a win. We gotta win the rest.
So, for my count, we got to switch here. You guys will have us going 11-4. I have us going 10-5. Is that
How
enough?
we have them going
No.
11-4 if we said loss to the Patriots? They got 4 losses right now.
Yeah, but you would say win to the Seattle. and I have it switched. I have a win against Patriots, but a loss against Seattle, and I have them 10-5.
I think either way they.
But you got one more win than I do.
I like them at 10-5
because I think they split against the Giants.
We cannot split against the Giants
because we lost 4 games already. So we each had them losing again, at least once.
Oh yeah. So that's 9-6. My bad.
But we can't lose a conference game.
So yeah, I would have them going 9-6, and you guys would have them going 10-5. I think.
That Giants loss. We packing.
The Giants are undefeated, right? I mean, not the Giants. Dallas are undefeated in the conference.
Yes.
Right. Who they play? Just us?
Washington. Did they play Washington?
They played the Giants already. They played the Giants.
Oh, played the Giants.
They did play the
The
Giants.
first
Yeah.
game.
You're right.
We can't lose to the Giants. We can't lose any conference games, or we're packing home. The NFC North is just too big. They're going to at least have 2 teams come out of that conference.
No, I think the NFC
or NFC West. I mean, shit. We can talk about NFC West.
West might have 3.
San Fran, Seattle, and Rams, right?
Yeah, they might have 3.
I mean, but then you got the NFC North too, with Minnesota and
That's it.
And the Packers.
And Packers, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Packers.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you ain't saying that.
Cowboys
beat the Giants and Redskins. Yeah.
So they got the Giants this week.
Right.
Vikings, Detroit, Patriots, Buffalo, Chicago, the Rams, and then the Eagles. And
they
then
got a
us.
tough schedule. So.
Yeah, but it's all about the conference.
No, yeah. So we have to win the conference with the conference.
Yeah. We're not going to get 2 teams out of the conference.
No.
Unless somehow we just mop everything.
But if they
the Eagles and Cowboys just start mopping shit up.
Shit depends on who we beat and who they lose to. Because if they come up, because they got 3 losses right now.
You're right. Yeah.
So say if they lose to Minnesota, the Patriots. I mean, I think where they play Buffalo at.
Home.
But time out. Do you have them losing any more conference games?
So here's the conference games.
Because they have the tiebreaker.
Right, but even if our schedule, I mean, if our record is better than theirs at the end, and we still they can't win the conference with a record that's not better than ours. So they still can't win our conference. But I don't see us losing that many. The Giants and the Redskins fucking suck. We're not losing to them, so it don't even matter.
And they're not losing, and the Cowboys ain't losing to them either.
Yeah, but
if the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, is a different ballgame this week. Different ballgame. I don't see them coming off a bye week, knowing that they gotta dominate the conference just like we do. We gotta just figure it out.
Yeah, solid.
And going back to Steve, week by week.
Yeah,
week by week.
But we losing to the Pats though.
You just wanted to add that.
Just wanted to add that. I want to see that line too. It's probably gonna be -3 Patriots.
So we get Maddox is back, D-Jack's back, little engine that could, Sproles is back. I don't know word on Timmy yet.
Sproles just need to stay out.
But
seriously.
Yeah, I'm assuming Timmy is on his way, maybe after the bye week.
Yeah, I'll say give him to after the bye.
So we're getting full strength at the right time, I believe. And I think Cox had said something on an interview that nobody remembers you in the beginning. They always remember you in November and December, which I think is right. What y'all think about the trade that Howie put off for the bull Avery from Cleveland?
I think it's good. It's a under the radar trade because he's definitely going to get in a lot.
Right.
He's going to get a lot. He's going to get a lot of snaps.
Right.
And he was a rookie last year. I think he was a rookie last year.
Yeah, I know he's young.
Yeah, he had 4.5 sacks.
Right.
As a rotational piece, he can also drop in coverage as well. So
yeah, he's a poor man's Graham. I think
I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't even compare him to him. Just their stature and their body.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
yeah,
he's still young. I wouldn't even call him. He's just as different. He got a high motor, plays with great leverage.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking obliterated Lane Johnson against us the one game last year.
What, preseason?
No, last year in the game.
Oh, in the game.
Yeah, he got. I believe he had a sack against us. He got past Lane Johnson pretty easily.
Oh wow.
Yeah, good piece coming. Rotational piece.
Yeah,
I think
it's
good.
Were you boys mad that they didn't make a splash like sometimes they kind of do?
I don't. I know. Steve likes to make those deals. I just think that we tried.
Yeah,
I can't say that Howie didn't try. I think the
Right,
reports
right.
was that he tried.
I agree.
The things they wanted was a little.
And like I told you
crazy.
before, you just can't make someone trade with you.
Right. I mean, but that's our fault too. Like we kind of put ourselves in those type of situations.
Well,
Right.
here's the thing. Right now, the market for cornerbacks, which we really desperately needed, was high in demand. So if I got a good cornerback and I know you need a cornerback,
you can ask her,
I'm going to ask you for whatever I want.
Mhm.
And if
Yeah,
you're
I
not-
wasn't giving that shit up for Slay.
If you're not willing to give it to me, then
Right.
oh well. I'm going to keep my cornerback, which is good and is playing good on my team, and you're just going to be shit out of luck.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not mad at all. I just
How about since he did
I really just
Andy
want.
Dalton dirty though?
No, they didn't.
Well, why you think they did him dirty?
Because they benched him the week after free agent. Like I mean, after the
Good.
trade deadline. That's not cool.
Why isn't it? Why isn't it cool?
What?
Because he couldn't have an opportunity to get traded or moving anywhere else to play to a team that he can play. If they're not going to play him, that's just this is not like
Who was going to trade for him?
anybody.
Who?
Anybody can trade. I don't know
I'm
who.
sure
I'm saying the
somebody could
opportunity.
have called for him if they wanted to.
Like
They
it would
can't.
it would have to be a contender. It would have to be somebody who was running with a backup that needed a starter. And I don't think
Miami
there's
don't need a quarterback.
They're not. In
they're
the
not
running.
they're not
They're
winning.
tanking.
No, I'm
They're-
saying I get what you're saying. I'm saying, but there's not teams.
So
out here
here's
that
the
needs
thing.
quarterbacks.
No, not if we're gonna compare Andy Dalton and Fitzpatrick. I think I'll probably just take my chances with Fitzpatrick right now
I don't know.
because I'm going to get one of the top quarterbacks next year. So I don't care.
I mean, I get what you're saying
Yeah.
there, but not everybody's not getting a top quarterback next year.
But who needs
That's
Andy
good.
Dalton?
That's good.
But and here's a funny stat that I was talking about that tanking shit. That shit don't always work. If you look back in the history of people who've taken number one picks and they've been quarterbacks, the last quarterback that won the Super Bowl was taking number one is Eli.
If I'm Tampa Bay, I'm looking at Andy Dalton.
No.
And then you got,
I am.
but here's the thing too though. Jared Goff just went to a Super Bowl last year,
Right.
so I mean he was picked number one.
If I'm Tennessee, I'm looking at Andy Dalton.
Was Golf the number one pick?
Yeah.
Golf was picked by.
I believe Jared
Goff
Goff
was a first round pick. He was picked.
Yeah, he
before
wasn't a number
He
one
was,
pick.
He was picked before Carson.
He was
I think he
before
was
Carson.
number
He was
one.
number one pick.
Yeah.
When Carson and when Golf and then Wentz.
Oh, it did go Golf and
Yeah.
then once.
Mhm.
My bad. That was a bad stat then.
Yeah. So he just was in a Super Bowl. So I mean, it worked out
Well, no, I was right. I said the last quarterback to go number one to win the Super Bowl was Eli.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it still works out. You said it usually don't work out, but it worked out for.
I mean, when was
The
Eli
Rams
traded? I mean, when was Eli taken? Like 7? I mean, if you look at all the quarterbacks that were taking number one, Cam's been in the Super Bowl, Golf has been in the Super Bowl, and then you got Eli who won it, and then Peyton behind him. That's 4 quarterbacks in the last 2 decades. That's not a good number.
It don't. But here's the thing: if that's a high need on your team, it's not.
There's always a high need.
Not
That's
on
why
every
that's
team.
why I was saying why I made the comment is for Andy Dalton. I don't think Andy Dalton's done anything with dealing with injuries that he's had all the time with AJ Green.
Facts.
When he's healthy,
I'm surprised they didn't
they
trade
fight.
Green.
I feel like what he's put into that organization, that terrible organization, the Cincinnati Bengals, you earned a right to not either one bench me the week of the trade deadline, or at least let me a week before so I can see what other opportunities might be out there for me. Whether it's none or not, at least you give me an opportunity.
Yeah,
You gave me
I don't
no
have
opportunity.
To give you the opportunity though, because you're still under contract. So right now, I could just bench you to see how this guy is playing. If he doesn't play good, then I can. Then on the off season, if he does play good, and I'm gonna stick with him. Then the off season, we can talk about trading. But right now, I mean, I might just see what this kid has. If he doesn't really have it, then Andy Dalton's back in.
Mm.
So it's I mean, it's a business.
Well, you lost Andy Dalton,
That's fine, but
so
At
I
the
don't
end
think
of-
he's going to play for you.
at the end of the day,
That's
he's
fine.
gonna, he's going to
That's fine.
Yeah,
But I
You ain't
really
really
think he's
losing
getting a
much.
short end of the stick. I haven't seen Andy Dalton play to where we're looking at him like, yo, he's trash. I think he's been put in a bad organization. There's times that we've seen great Andy Dalton.
I was about to say, since he's been good a couple times, and they just couldn't get over the hump. Whether that was him or whether that was Marvin Lewis, they couldn't win. Period.
Right.
That's just period. So
But I wouldn't say it was a court. I wouldn't say I can't say like Jameis Winston. There's times I know Jameis Winston's fucked up. He's thrown X amount of interceptions. He leads the league in interceptions. Like, I can tell you, Jameis has fucked up.
When you don't win a playoff game, it goes on the quarterback.
Absolutely. And that's
Period.
That's a fact.
Period. So he don't got no win. They might have won one here and now, and maybe it's because like they're in the wrong era and they went against Ben and Peyton. So I don't care. They didn't win. I think it was like 8 years in a row or some shit. They didn't get a win. They couldn't get out the first round.
Yeah, it's tough though.
It is.
I'm not trying to hear that.
It goes on Andy Dalton.
It goes on Dalton.
I don't think it goes on Dalton. I think it goes on the organization. I think the organization.
It always.
All 8 years, bro. Yeah, it goes on the quarterback. Just like when you win a Super Bowl, the quarterback gets it all, gets the glory. But when they motherfucking lose, it goes right back to the quarterback as well. So we got the Chicago game coming up. Big game, I think, going into the bye. I got 2 key matchups here. Obviously, I think, Steve, you alluded to it earlier. The homie Mac is going against Dillard on the end there. That's going to be a huge matchup. And my second matchup is the D-line versus Trubisky, I think. You know, those 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 7s when the quarterback scrambles out, I think he's going to take off a little bit more in this game. I think we have to be wary of that, stay in our lanes, make sure we contain the quarterback, make him pass the ball. If you can make Trubisky pass the ball, you're going to win the game. But once he starts getting his legs moving, gets out the pocket, makes some things happen, I think that it could be a tougher game than we would want to. So that's how I have my Chicago keys of the game. You boys disagree, agree? Anything to add on that?
The one thing I got to add, we got to score in the first quarter. And I think that's key.
Okay.
If this is going to be a close game somehow, we can lose this game.
We just got to win, bro. I don't care how they do it. I don't care if they don't score in the first and score 25 in the fourth.
Motherfucker said, just win, baby. Win.
I get it. I get it. But if we're breaking down what you're asking, I think we got to score in the first quarter. I think we got to set the tempo by putting points on the board to make Mitchell Trubisky feel pressure and to have to force things and be the Mitchell Trubisky we know he is.
Right.
If this game is close, then we're going to have the opportunity for Mitchell Trubisky to make a few plays and then let their defense continue to do what they're doing, which is obviously if we're not scoring, they're doing a good job. So it's key to put on the gas early. I'm not saying return on the coin toss, receive the ball and not defer. I'm saying when we get the ball early, let's pound, run the football as much as we can, run the play action off of it like we've been doing and being successful, and let's put it in the box or at least get 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that defense is still good enough to keep them in the game.
No, it's not okay.
I think it's okay.
They just be on the field a whole lot.
Just compared to what they used to be in the last couple of years with their takeaways, they're down.
Yeah, the takeaways are different.
Yeah, they're down.
Not a couple of years. Like last year, they was high in takeaways. Yeah. I mean, they do got to revamp.
But we have to score. Like, we have to score.
You know, I'm not really looking at this game. I'm not really worried about them scoring. They faced tough defenses already.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, they faced it, and Wentz has showed up and been sharp. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm asking for.
Yeah,
I think we gotta score. Yeah. We can't have it can't be one of those games where we like.
I mean, I hope we
nip and tuck.
Yeah, and even though I think there's too much emphasis on D-Jack in this offense, but him being back,
I don't think he's close to fucking 70%.
No, I mean he's got the hernia, and we all know he's got a hernia. He's just gonna ride through it. Yeah. So I agree with all that. So the next segment, as we getting close to closing out the show, is the one where we ain't got shit to talk about, so we talk some shit. So let's talk some shit about Tap Out Ben.
Oh man, Kaka, I'll start first in this one.
Tap Out Ben.
Can I start first?
Go ahead, my man.
Let me. I've been talking.
And all eyes are on Steve, right?
Steve, I've been hoping we were talking about this. So listen, I've been on Ben Simmons.
As you should.
From what I've seen so far.
Switching sides.
pump the brakes.
Okay, just
What I'm saying is,
throw it out
I'm
there.
liking this new Ben.
What's so new about this new Ben?
Let him talk. Come on, man. We don't need no ad libs and all this other shit. Let him talk, man.
This new Ben
I could
has
ad
been
lib all motherfucking what? What the fuck?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, what do you like about him? Come on, man. Let him talk about Ben, man. Because you like the biggest Ben.
That's true.
I'm not.
You
I'm
are
not.
the biggest Ben.
I like the aggressiveness that Ben is bringing to the games every single night. It's different.
Right.
It seems like he wants and he's hungry. It's just a different little kink that he's doing now. Can this last 82 games? I'm not sure, but I like what I'm seeing so far. And key, what I really like, the replay of that Ben's that Embiid is not the headlock. Shout out to Ben with the headlock and the MMA move. Try to put him to sleep. But it
definitely had him gripped up.
He was tapping out.
Yeah, he told him to tap out.
You gotta look at.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
This is what I look at.
Fucker, tap out. Tap out. Talk about me shooting a three.
Start looking at character changes.
Yeah.
The instant that Ben seen them scuffle, the instant it was it was snap. It was like he looked and he was gone. Like he was right there, right in the mix. And that's what I look at. Like you look at the replay, it started happening. Ben was facing the opposite way. When he seen it scuffle in the back, he turned right in and got right in the mix. And that's showing me that, one, it ain't no question that you here for your squad. Like it's showing me that you riding for Joel Embiid regardless of what the situation is. Because I've seen cats, LeBron James in points with Chris Paul in this situation, like kind of like or try to play a peacemaker. Ben jumped right in that mix, and it was like, yo, get off my mans.
Right.
So I gotta say I'm really proud of Ben. I hope he can keep it going. I ain't want to take up too much time, but that was what I noticed.
I noticed Big Shot Al just sitting on the sideline like an old head. Like look at these young boys.
That too.
Yeah. But he definitely had his hands on his hips, just looking.
Which I would think before Ben did it, that Ben would have turned around and been like, oh, what's going on?
Right.
And not jump in.
Right.
So when I see Ben turn around and was like right there,
right,
I was like, okay, Ben.
Yeah, right.
This is a different Ben.
Right.
You know what
I mean? And I fuck with Mike Scott because Mike Scott
was like,
Mike Scott was like, he was like, yeah, I see it. No, I agree. It's always great when when your teammates got your back. So, it was when I saw it, it wasn't too surprising. But when he had him on the ground. And that arm came around. I was like, oh, shit.
But you could tell he told him, like, yo, tap out. Because he tapped. And as soon as he tapped, he let go.
Yeah.
He probably whispered in his ear, like, tap out.
Right.
You just Australian shit.
So it's like, but as soon as he tapped, he let go. So it's like, all right.
Chill out.
Right. We might have to do some T-shirts or something with that. I definitely.
With the
I got a couple.
The memes going around is hilarious. The memes are going around.
No.
What?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Why not?
The new Ben and put that face with the tap out.
No, you cannot wear a Ben Simmons shirt.
Why can't I?
Because you can't.
Nah, you can't wear a Ben Simmons shirt.
I can't wear a Ben Simmons shirt.
No, I can't wear a Ben Simmons shirt.
Why not?
You better get an Embiid shirt or something. You can't wear.
And get an Embiid.
Yeah, get him when he.
I'm fucking around with this Ben tap out Ben.
No,
you're
not. Absolutely.
No, you ain't fucking with it though.
I can. I am.
Oh, you can.
You're not. Yeah, come on.
Right, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's gonna be good tomorrow.
The bandwagon Ben. There you go.
I'm not bandwagon nothing.
Yeah, so you can't wear him on your shirt.
I'm gonna wear a fucking shirt, Ben Simmons shirt.
That would be dope though. A nice little blue Sixers Ben Simmons board headlock.
Yeah.
Or just get that MB shirt with his crazy face and just put I'm no bitch.
Right.
That's what you could wear.
All right. I got you. So let's speed this up because we definitely over. So real quick, playoffs. B.Diddy and even Steve-O, because you look at that. College. Anything change? Any shake up?
I haven't really
Penn State.
Basketball or football?
Football.
Man, listen, I like where Penn State's at. I mean,
are they 5? Are they 5 or
they're 5, right?
Yeah.
But they're setting it up for the Ohio State game.
Yeah. So
they're setting up to where whoever wins that game is going to be there.
Yep.
So what's 1 is LSU, 2 is Bama, 3 is Clemson,
Ohio State.
and then 4 is Clemson.
Yeah, I believe.
And-
Or it's vice versa the last 2. But I think Ohio State is 3.
Okay. Yeah. Double check that for me.
You got LSU 1, Alabama 2.
So who's 3?
Ohio State's 3.
Ohio State,
Clemson's
yeah,
4,
State,
Penn State's
yeah.
5, Florida 6, Oregon and Georgia 7 and 8.
All right. So right now,
Oregon's on upset alert, just so you know. Washington.
I think I'm gonna skip this one. Right now, NFL MVP. Who you boys got? I got Russ.
NFL MVP, man?
Right now.
Right
I
now?
might have to go Russ or Aaron
I'm going to go
Rodgers.
A. Rodgers, man.
A-Rod.
Because I think Aaron Rodgers, he's been doing all this without Devontae Adams. Especially, yeah, you're right. I like Aaron Rodgers here.
Russ doing it with
With
guys.
nobody.
But like you said, we're not
But
even sure if
Lockett.
Russ going to even win this fucking week. And we talking about Russ is going to be MVP? Y'all literally had an argument about we going to beat Tampa Bay. You said you liked him in
I
Tampa
didn't
Bay.
have an argument.
I didn't say I like Tampa to win the
You
game.
said
I
you
like
like-
Tampa to stay in the game.
That ain't MVP like. When you got the bad man where he's throwing the ball
He got
without
a
his best
tough
receiver.
test this week too.
Yeah, going to San Diego.
I like Green Bay.
Well, why isn't it a fucking lock?
We ain't get to our 4th lock now, did we?
Facts. Let me go
There's
to the
a
next
segue.
one.
There's a segue right there.
Let me go to the next one. Offensive player of the year so far you got. I got McCaffrey.
Yeah, I agree.
I got Dalvin Cook.
Cook. All right.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year, I got Bosa. I think that's easy.
Why though?
Why?
Why?
I mean, what's he got, like 9, 10 sacks?
He got 7.
Yeah.
That's big for a
So
rookie.
is
That's
so
a
is
lot
what?
for a rookie.
Jonathan Allen too got 7 and better stats, more
Jonathan
tackles.
Allen, this is what
Not Jonathan
second year.
Allen. It's
I was
another
gonna say
rookie.
Allen.
It's another rookie.
You talking about Barrett, Shaq?
No,
From
they're not-
Tampa?
No, he's not a rookie either.
I'm gonna tell you.
All right, go look it up.
Bosa definitely.
Yeah, I think Bosa.
No, Bosa got the name, and Bosa's living off the name, which I'm
And
saying he's
he's
balling.
living
And
up
he's
to it.
showing
He's
up.
balling.
Yeah.
He's balling, but statistically, he's not doing
he's-
as good as the bull from I think it's
From what
the
team?
Jags.
The Jags?
Yes.
Oh, Burns.
No, it's Allen.
Allen? Who the fuck is
We're
Allen?
gonna find out. Go ahead, we can move
All
on.
right.
I'm gonna get to
And
it.
then defensive player of the year so far.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got that as empty as me. I'm tough.
Defensive player of the year?
I was looking at the odds. You know who don't look too bad at plus 2,000? Gilmore. Gilmore's been balling.
Yeah, but how much? How many
But he don't got no
corners?
picks. Yeah, that's a problem. They need a lot of
gotta be-
picks. And then what you boys, I don't know nothing about this because I haven't followed too much. Heisman thoughts.
Darryl. I mean, he's leading candidate right now.
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. That ain't his fault. The defense couldn't stop him.
Josh Allen from the
Oh, yeah, for the
Jacksonville
Yeah.
Jaguars.
He was a number what? 6 pick. He was
16 tackles, 7 sacks.
16 tackles. Does he start?
Yeah, he
16
starts.
tackles,
Yeah.
7 tackles.
He was a 6? He was a top 10 pick, easy. He was like number 6. He was supposed to go higher than what he went though. He fell down to
Out of
Jacksonville. Yeah.
And we're gonna
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Bosa's going to get it over.
We're gonna go to Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa's got more tackles, bro.
Bosa
For sure.
And tackles for loss. Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa's been balling, bro.
No, I think Bosa's. I'm not knocking Bosa.
DJ, who you got for that Heisman? You seem like you got
After
something.
last week, but
Yeah.
but it wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't his. Yeah, because he didn't give up all on points. They gave up what 40 something points. Yeah, that ain't his fault. And he scored 40 plus. Yeah.
Did he score a lot late though in the fourth quarter? No.
It don't. No, they put up points. He put up.
No, I
points.
know they put up
No,
points, but I'm saying
it's
when
not
they
late.
scored,
No,
it wasn't late. It wasn't late at all.
17 sacks, 17 tackles, 7 sacks.
Oh, really?
Nick Bosa had 1 tackle on Thursday.
And yeah, but he's on the best, quote unquote, the best team in the league too. That'll help him. And like you said, his name too.
Yeah,
You know what
His
I mean?
name, right? That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
I mean, he's got the numbers to back it up too.
he's living up to it.
Yeah. Heisman. Who'd you say, B.Diddy?
Heisman's gonna go to Barrows.
LSU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What's those odds right now? You know?
Okay. Minus.
Oh,
Plus, yeah, he's leading. Yeah. Yeah.
and
That loss in Oklahoma is a big hurt. That hurt Jalen Hurts, and it is his fault.
It's not his fault.
It is.
It's not. If
It
he
is.
gave up 40
It
points.
It is. When you talk about Heisman,
But
it's not even about what
his
you do
fault,
productive
bro.
wise, or what you do with your team.
The team gave up 40 fucking points.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Taylor don't got no shot in that Heisman? No way?
No.
Who, the running back?
Yeah, the running back.
You seen him lose to Illinois?
Yeah, exactly. No.
That's where we're going.
Right? That's how they do it?
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
He lost to
I'm just
Illinois.
asking.
He lost to Illinois.
Yeah.
Is that his fault?
He ain't doing nothing.
If we put
He
that
didn't
on-
do
if-
enough.
If
You
we're
can't
saying
lose
that
to
about
Illinois.
Hurts, then hell no, he ain't got no
Right.
shot.
We talking about a quarterback versus a running back, though.
So,
What do you mean so? That's totally different.
but it's quarterbacks that's outplaying him by a lot. So he's definitely not.
I mean,
shot at Heisman.
I love Taylor as a.
Yeah. It's
top
quarterbacks
running back
that's
in
putting
that.
up
Right,
crazy
right.
numbers.
It's already hard enough to win a
Yeah.
Heisman as a running back anyway.
Just got to play,
But Burrow,
devil's
I think
advocate.
that the hype around Burrow is really, really big. They
Mhm.
like Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only person that might be able to kind of sneak in there is Fields coming out of Ohio State, but he's also only a sophomore.
Yeah.
So that might not do it. But you got Fields, you got Hurst that maybe can give you whatever he's going to give you.
Right.
And Tua's hurt. So
Yeah, Tua's out.
he's supposed to come back next week when they play LSU.
LSU. Yeah, big time. That's going to be
But
huge.
I don't know if he should. Boy, that ankle injury, ankle problem.
Yeah. DJ, fourth quarter back. Let's take it home. All right, fourth quarter bet. Usually my dog bet of the day. Damn, it's a little slow. Henny got me moving not too quick. I got a 2-team money line parlay. I got to hit one of these because B.Diddy, you making me look bad, man. You be hitting these motherfucking 16 parlays. I got a money line parlay plus 130. We got the Eagles and the Pats. I think a lot of people are on the Ravens in this game for some particular reason. I don't know why. I typically don't bet against Tom. Actually, I never really bet against Tom. I've only bet against Tom maybe 3 or 4 times. Once again, the only time I did win was against the Eagles Super Bowl. Just want to put that out there. But I like the Patriots just to win the game in Baltimore. I think that -3 to me is a Patriots line. I don't think that's a Baltimore line. I think the Patriots are able to neutralize Lamar, make him throw the ball, make him win by passing the ball. And he's been doing better, but I don't think he has enough to beat that type of caliber defense that he's going to go against. I think Belichick's going to be ready for whatever they have to throw. And then Carson Wentz, I looked at the numbers, 18-6 at home in his career. I think we're getting healthy. I think this team, we have vets on this team that know how to turn this around a little bit. I think they know when to turn it on. I think Chicago doesn't have anything vertically from a passing game. I think they keep Trubisky contained. I think we need this win right before the bye. Give me the Birds. Give me the Pats. 2-team money line parlay. Lock it in. What you boys got?
I'm going with Minnesota over Kansas City.
I don't think that line's out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I see it being like a -3 or 4, if that. But
It's just because of Mahomes.
yeah, he's not playing though. He's not gonna play.
Okay.
I seen that they're gonna have him back next week against I want to say they play Tennessee or somebody. But Mahomes not playing.
So is this, what if Mahomes play? You still, or you
Mahomes play? I think I
bets
still
off?
I think I still like the Vikings.
Where is it? Is it in Minnesota or
It's in
in
Kansas
KC?
City, I believe.
What is it, -3 or -2?
There's no line yet.
Yeah,
There was a line earlier in the week.
I seen the -2 line.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
asked.
what I was looking at.
The line was.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
-2.
the line was up
I see
earlier.
that -2 still.
And then they took it off the board when he was questionable.
Right.
Right.
But
so,
yeah, I see it as -2. But I like Minnesota.
All right, everybody get.
And then sad Arrowhead.
Okay. All right, everybody, get your pen and paper ready, man.
Y'all ready?
You know what I mean? B.Diddy's got the parlay Poppy store bet.
Parlay killer, baby.
Let's go.
So it's two ways we can do it, depending on how much money you want to try to get. All right.
Give me options.
This bet is probably the for sure bet. Paying 8-1.
Woo! Let's go.
Got the Bills money line.
Right.
Gonna take Cleveland Browns -4. Green Bay -3.5. Patriots money line. Dallas money line. 5-team parlay gives you 8-1 odds. Now, if you want to sub the Bills money line for the Colts -1, it's 13-1.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So you said the Bills, Green Bay, Dallas.
Bills, Browns.
Okay, Browns.
Browns not money line though.
Yeah, Browns.
Browns spread, Packers spread.
Right.
New England money line, Dallas money line. So two that you really gonna gotta worry about is Browns spread, Green Bay Packers spread. Because we all think Dallas is gonna win. We all feel Patriots gonna win. We all feel Bills are gonna win. So it's the Browns and the Green Bay Packers. That's giving you your value. 8-1. Lock it in.
Cool.
Nate don't like it. Some of you don't like. I'm thinking it's Green Bay.
Yeah, it's the Green Bay game.
Why?
East team going west is obviously a kind of.
So they said, just to cut you, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but to cut you off, they said it's going to be the highest.
It's going to be a home game for Green Bay.
They said it's going to be the highest ever ratio that's ever been in that.
Yeah, it's going to be a home game
They
for
said about
Green Bay.
80% is going to be Green Bay fans.
Yeah, it's going to be a home game for Green
So
Bay.
I don't think he even cares.
But it's not like San Diego's not used to that. San Diego's been doing that for like 2-3 years, so it's not like it's nothing new to San Diego for when they play at home for it be kind of either at least half the visiting team where there's a big cheer. So I definitely agree with you. The only problem is that Rivers and Allen they're just due. I just think they're just due, and it's just a gut.
I usually don't go on individual players are due to win a game. Like, I don't think that's enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a possibly MVP candidate going to the building and we're saying you're going away and it's going to be an 80% home game for you being away.
Do you think Rivers is not
your best receiver back? Might be a little bit hobbled with the toe injury, but he's coming back.
Right.
You have now established a run game in the Green Bay Packers, and your defense is solidified as a solid defense.
He might not even play though. That's another thing.
Okay, and if you don't play, they're still dominating.
That's a big loss.
What?
Smith. He got
Smith.
I think it's 55. I think it's the one that dredge.
You talking about the defense?
Yeah.
It's
It's Darius Smith. Yeah,
I mean, but all around, I think they're playing well collectively.
Yeah, they are.
I think that's what's killed the Chargers. I think with the bull out of Florida State that came in there last year, the rookie that got hurt.
James.
Yeah, Darwin James going down. I think that's really one of the reasons
of course.
why they're struggling so much, along with
he was
Rivers
a ball hog,
not being who Phillip Rivers we thought he was going to be. Also, it's the Chargers, and we know they just have bad luck. They can't make a field goal no matter who they put back there. Put me back there.
You're going to miss that
I
shit.
might, but guess what? So is other motherfuckers you over here hiring too.
Yeah.
So I'm just as good as them motherfuckers.
You're going to miss that shit.
Like 13
You're going to miss
kickers.
that shit.
Listen, give me Green Bay all day. I'm actually putting money on them by themselves.
Okay.
Let's go. That's going to be a blowout. Watch.
Mm.
Game you got to worry about is the fucking Browns. And who going to show up?
Who they play again?
Browns play Denver. At Denver.
Yeah, I like the Browns.
The line tells me, though.
Yeah, no Flacco.
Yeah,
Right,
no Flacco.
So
this is a no name.
8-1. Lock it in.
Let's go. I like it. So let's recap. Fourth quarter bet. Moss, 2-team money line parlay plus 130. Eagles, Pats. Steve-O, Vikes. If the line comes up at -2 or minus, you okay with -3?
Yeah, I'm fine with -3.
He's going Vikes all the way. It don't matter who shows up. And B.Diddy,
Let's go.
the parlay killer, the parlay kid, Poppy Store parlay. Bills money line, Cleveland -4, Green Bay -3, Pats money line, Dallas money line, 8-1. Let's go. Let's lock it in, man. I want to thank everybody who stuck with us all night long. DJ, thanks for hanging in there. Let's go. 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 Let's go.